So we got the 9.5 millimeter Sterling Super Static, and now what we're showing is that you can use this same rope that you would use for SRT, but you could use it in a DRT configuration too. If you're somebody like me that likes to have both systems, because I actually prefer to hunt in a DRT setup over SRT when I can do it. Showing you here how you can do that, and we got a little bit of a modified setup here, because what we're doing is I'm actually going to self-tend it using a CT quick roll. CT roll and lock, sorry. CT roll and lock. I got a little paracord prusik here holding a carabiner, and I got it attached to my CT roll and lock, which has 2 modes on it. So I'm in pulley mode right now. And that's going to self-tend it. And even this 9.5 millimeter, it's thinner, so it's going to probably bite a little bit more in your hands. I'll show it using a hand ascender, which would probably be even that much more comfortable. But if you don't have one, it's fine to do it this way. You just, with this setup, you're going to want to have your bridge put out long so that it'll work. Usually when we're climbing DRT, we're on a short bridge,
right? But
we're going to want a longer bridge with this setup.
Right, when you're using this self-tender, because you want to be underneath the working end.
And it doesn't get really any quicker. It's just boom, right on up.
Yeah, that roll and lock is smooth as butter, especially on that 9.5.
And the thing with this is, you know, we always talk about doing a hip thrust and everything. With this, I'm just hanging my weight off of it. I'm not using my muscles, I'm just hanging my weight.
You got a slight hip thrust.
I'm all the way up.
Yeah. And now you're going to come down the same way that you would using, you know, like your Blakes. We have a Swabish hitch tied on that. And just kind of show you this and zoom in here. So we have a Swabish hitch tied up, and it's with a double eye, all right, and it's on the same carabiner that your load is on, the load side of the MRS system, which is in a tight eye. Okay, so you have the load, and then you have your hitch, okay, going up here. All right, your little piece of paracord that holds this carabiner to the roll and lock, and the roll and lock is what tends the whole system. And when you come down, all you want to do is just a little slack in that, and when you get ready to come down, that's it. Your fingers are going to go on top of that Swabish, and you're going to just pull some slight down pressure while keeping your hand on the rope.
Yep.
All
just
right.
like
so basically you would do the same thing when you climb with a Blake's hitch.
Yep.
You would break it with one hand, and the other hand would have the tail end.
Yep. And with this setup, you know, we're showing you this way. You could also add this, your CT roll and lock, and tend it with this pulley, even if you had a split tail. Split tail would work as well also.
Correct.
Same idea.
It would.
But then you would be on a shorter
You'd be
bridge.
on a shorter one, right, exactly.
So kind of like whatever you kind of like.
And we can sell it 2 different ways. If you do like, you know, the Swabish hitch is a little bit friendlier. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It moves in both directions and it locks up in both directions. It just makes it a really good alternative hitch.
What I like about the Swabish hitch is there's no, you know, when you tie a Blake's hitch, there's a little bit of finesse in dressing it and everything.
Right,
with the Swabish, it's tied in there.
Exactly.
And it's done.
That's it. Yep. But so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand Joe the CT quick roll, the hand ascender. And you don't really need, man, I tell you, when I bend down and grab that, you hear that grunt? I'm really showing my friggin' age here.
Well, I thought you stepped on a stick.
Stepped on an elephant, huh?
Broken.
What was that about? I tell you what, when people say like, man, I never want to end up like my old man, you know, my old man was grunting and moaning and groaning, and well, I'm ending up like my old man. My father would always announce when he got up out of a chair. You know, I was like, Jesus, Dad, what's going on with you, man?
It's a bitch to get old, but I guess it beats the alternative.
That's right. All
so
right.
so here we added the CT quick roll hand ascender with a foot loop.
Right. And we're not using it with, are you using it with the foot loop? Oh, you're going to use it with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I
Yeah,
could
I was just
show it.
going to show it without
All right,
even
I'll
putting
show
your
it
foot
without,
in
and
it.
then I'll show it with.
Right, because you can grab onto that handle actually with two
Oh, yeah,
hands if you want to.
It's nicer.
I just want to show how easy
Yeah,
it is.
what's nicer when you got the hand ascender, now there's no bite from the rope, you know, it's nice and
Right,
ergonomic.
right. And then watch how Joe, he'll just, when he goes to take another bite, he'll just slide that
it
right up the rope, man. With
I mean, this
nothing
is like,
on
you,
it, man.
you feel like you're pulling almost nothing. I just
Right.
kind of hold this, lean back.
Yeah,
It's nothing.
and look at that. He doesn't even have to hold the other end of the rope. It just
Nice and quiet.
slides up. Sweet.
Cake.
Slide the tendon pulley off of there and then reach up above the knot and just slide it down. A little tension on it.
We
Down
always
you
tell
come.
people when you come down, come slow.
Yeah, come down slow too, because
Creating
right.
friction.
Yep, you build heat in that friction hitch and you will feel it.
Yeah, you don't want a Rambo out of the tree.
No, you'll probably burn your hand.
Yeah. So then now I'm going to show you the same thing using the CT quick roll.
Yeah, so this is if you guys have an SRT rig already or you're thinking of getting one with this super static 9.5, it doubles as an MRS rope and of course as an SRS rope, what it was intended for.
You could do
but you
both.
can do both with it.
And the cool thing is if you got the foot loop, it makes it that much easier once again.
And in this small this small 9.5 millimeter, it's like I said, it's 75 feet of it is 3.3 pounds, super light. You know, you won't even feel that in your pack.
It's nothing. I love doing it with a foot loop because when you're stepping in it and pulling your weight,
it's effortless.
Absolutely no effort.
It's effortless.
I mean, you can do it with one hand.
Right. Yep.
You know?
Look at that. No hip
Climbing,
thrust,
one hand.
just using a
No hip
mechanical
thrust.
advantage. You know, and not even really you're not using a mechanical
You're just
advantage.
using your weight.
You're using your weight, right?
I'm not
exactly.
even stepping really.
SRT, you would use mechanical advantage.
Yeah, I'm putting my weight using my leg into this loop and it's pulling the rope through. Self-tens. You know, when you're in a hunting situation, you're going to be using both hands and you just go, you know, nice and easy, nice and slow up the thing so you're not making any jerky movements or anything. And just walk your way up the rope. And this is what I love about DRT and MRS is I mean, you tell me, Scott, it's been pretty much the lion's share of climbing has been done on a closed system.
Yes.
From arborists.
Absolutely. Guys, all the guys, you know, the company I work for, all the guys who are tree climbers there, that's what they're using. You know, they could switch over to the mechanical stuff, but you know, I guess they're as old school as I am. You know, guys have been climbing for 20, 30 years. I mean, the SRS stuff came in, I want to say about 20 years ago with the gree-grees and stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess, you know, when you're used to something that works well, you kind of stick with it. A lot of times guys used to go up with the mechanical stuff and then change over, you know, so you'd climb up SRT because it was definitely easier. But once you got to the top of the tree, you would change out into DRT mode and then work the tree. Yep. I don't think SRT guys do that today. I believe they stay on their same system, but yeah, it's like I said, it's all what you're used to. But yeah, I would say the majority of the guys out there probably still are, you know, they're DRT climbing. Yeah. It's just simple. It's simple, basic. It works. It's effective.
I wanted to show them too something I did here a little bit different. A lot of guys have a Delta Link They got a Delta link off of it.
Right.
I just took some good quality 550 paracord, looped it around 3 times, double fisherman's knot, nice and tight.
Yeah.
This isn't life support.
It's not life support,
It's
right?
it's just your legs,
Yeah.
pushing into it.
You're
If it were to
you're
fail,
just aiding your system
yeah,
while
if
using
it were to
this.
fail, it's not going to hurt
Right.
anything. So it just eliminates that noise.
Right. I mean, you could use a real heavy duty, what is it? The cable ties.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
if it held you.
Plastic.
long as
I mean, real heavy duty ones. I've
Right.
seen some that were like, 1/4 inch thick or whatever.
Yeah.
1/4 inch in diameter. That would definitely hold. You could double it up even. Like I said, it's not life support. So if it were to break under a load,
I like the idea of using. I got to get one, a real small one, but a soft shackle.
Yep, soft
That's
shackles
perfect
work
because
really
it's kind of
good
like
for
a
it.
carabiner, but it's soft. There's no noise, but they're really, really strong.
Yeah.
So, but I just did this. I had some paracord. Works fine.
Yep. All right, guys. So there it is, man. DRT and an SRT rope all in one, 9.5 millimeters. So you got a nice light rope. You can do both styles with.
Nice and light.
And I do have the same 9.5 mil in a 40-foot version, and that's for the one stick kit.
Yep. With that, by adding that piece of paracord, you can SRT climb on it as well. You just wouldn't be able to do any DRT climb because you don't have enough.
Right, exactly. You don't have the double legs, so unless you're going to only go 20 feet in a tree. I mean, you do have 40 feet of rope, but
Right. Yeah.
so, but if you're going to, if you're a shallow climber, then you're going to do 15 to 20 foot climbs. Yeah, I guess it would facilitate you, but for how light this 75 feet of
75 feet's
9.5 mil
nice
is, you're better off. You might as well always have more.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. This
You
is
know,
what I'm gonna
opens
be.
your options up.
I'm gonna be going to this year. I really like it. I like the color. I like the feel. Super strong, good stuff.
Yeah, and we like the Tuffelberger Platinum too, but it's just it's out of stock all the time.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
that's good stuff.
All the time, it's out of stock.
Yeah.
Just can't, if I do get my hands on
This
it, I
is
get a
lighter
few,
than
and then
Tuffelberger.
it's
Significantly
definitely lighter than Tuffelberger. Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it.
Nope.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like it as much as we do, and like I said, we have a few of these in stock ready to rip. Don't have my Grigris just as of yet. Talking with actually a rep from Petzl directly, so they needed my insurance stuff. So as soon as that goes through, I will have my Grigris, and I will have full SRT kits available. I have everything but the Grigri right now. And like I said, I've got a few. I believe I have 6 of these ropes right now, these 9.5 mils in the 75-foot version. So if it's something you're looking at, if you're interested in it, hit me up on my website or drop me a line, Facebook forum, wherever you're used to talking with us, and we'll get that right out to you.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if you've used any of the stuff that we promoted before, you're gonna really like this.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Like I said, we've been looking for a while, and we got a few guys who were like, man, I really like a double duty rope. Well, this is it, man.
Double duty, light, works good for SRT,
Yeah,
works good for
right.
DRT.
And I wanted to keep with the, I would love it if I could get it in a camo fashion, but the olive drab is
that
really,
works. That's
really
a nice
good too.
color.
It's sharp looking.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, thanks a lot, man. And we can keep Joe out of his crazy work mode. We'll see more and more videos of him. Guy's been working like a dog lately.
Yeah. Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot, man.